the Jeremies are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Jere-Me insists he's this expert, but if there's a degree in his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for Jeremies, which I mention only so the Jeremies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool Jere-Me? Also, there's a degree on my wall.
It's Jere-Me, but not two Jeremies, 'cause it's three Jeremies. It's Jere-Me, hey Jere-Me, do you wanna just say, hey I wanna, just say, hey I wanna. So, it's Jere-Me Day. Again.
It is Jere-Me Day. Once more.
Once more, we've returned. We've sort of, crawled out of our little Jere-Me shells that we do grow and we hibernate throughout the months. And
those cold winter months.
I mean, this is a Jere-Me year where we're kind of still in our shells, but it's really for your safety.
And ours.
You don't want to know what would happen if we let our Jeremies out of their cages. Their shells.
I'm coming out of my cage and I'm doing just
Jere-Me.
So, I guess we should probably address this before we do any actual podcasting. Because of the pandemic and the quarantine, we did have to let go our staff of Jere-Me writers this year.
Jared-19 really did a number on our work staff. A lot of them got infected. They forgot how to read. It's really tragic.
You're fucking kidding me.
Jesus.
So, yeah, and because they couldn't read, obviously they couldn't write. And so, this is the first episode of My Jere-Me, and Jere-Me that we're recording from our homes, as opposed to in the big
the Jere-Me studio
that we all go to and fly to every year.
Jere-Me Inc.
Yeah, Jere-Me Inc. So it's definitely weird being in my own room here doing this episode. It's definitely
it's weird not having the chandelier over me.
Yeah, remember the episode where there was the earthquake during the chandelier?
God, that was fucked up.
Remember the episode when I was holding the winch for the chandelier that was directly above Jere-Me for the whole episode, and I kept like faking out, like, "Oh, am I gonna drop it?" Oh,
yeah, you kept getting me with that, Jere-Me.
We had to edit out one time when Jere-Me did hit Jere-Me in the shoulder, going, "Dude, cut it out, bro." It was just a real.
Yeah, we don't want bad vibes here.
It was honestly really embarrassing.
I have to say, honestly, I feel kind of cramped. I mean, I feel pretty limited having to record in my luxurious home studio instead of our multi-billion-dollar real studio that we fly to every year. I just, it's difficult to try and sort of live within my means right now.
Yeah, right now I only have so I'm in my my summer home, obviously in Austria. It's the big castle, and it's just so weird not going to our man-made islands that's designed only for recording episodes of My Jere-Me, and Jere-Me once a year.
Honestly, I think the part that gets me the most is that we don't get to see the Jere-Me Inc. crocodile.
Right.
That usually hangs out in the studio while we're doing.
Oh, I love him.
Who's feeding Jere-Me?
Shit, is someone feeding Jere-Me?
Oh my god.
Fuck. Well, I mean, he's always there whenever we return, so either someone's feeding him or he's feeding himself.
Hello? Yeah. Private jet to Jere-Me Island, please. After the podcast, of course, yeah, but I do need... Yeah, no, it can't wait. Yeah, no one's feeding Jere-Me. It's a big... Okay, so I made a call. I'm gonna go check on Jere-Me, after this episode's done. But,
Okay. You're really
Jere-Me.
brave for that.
I'm also gonna miss the Jere-Me parade that we have on the Jere-Me Islands every year. Obviously, we had to cancel that.
Yeah, I cried a lot last night when I realized I wouldn't get to be at the front of the Jere-Me parade with thousands of screaming Jeremies calling my name.
Jere-Me.
Jere-Me.
On the bright side, that video we recorded of ourselves singing "Imagine" by Jere-Me, It did go viral. It was it was pretty cool. As we walked through our different like mansions, because there's a lot of like my castle, for example, has a lot of great acoustics, and that really sort of brought the sound home, I thought.
I have every room in my massive estate. Every room is slightly different architectural style, slightly different interior decorating style, and massively different acoustics.
Right. So I actually recently, before the this was back in like February, we actually recreated the Sistine Chapel in every room in my house. And we did just get that finished, thank God. But it really...
God, that's embarrassing. I've been trying to get something like that going in my underground complex, and we've only got like one room done with that so far.
You've only got one Sistine Chapel. Oh, you poor soul.
Yeah.
I've been really slacking on the Sistine Chapel recreations. I'll tell you what I did get done, though. Not too long ago, I got my pair of... I call them my choic rooms, because one of them is an anechoic chamber, and the other one's a hyperechoic chamber.
Oh, shit.
So, like... The anechoic chamber, you go in there, and it's like all sound baffle and everything suspended in midair. There's like no reverb, no echo from the walls, nothing, and it's dead silent. And so I go in there when I want to, take some personal time, some Jere-Me time.
Go in there when you want to hear your own blood rush.
Yeah, if I want to hear my own blood, I go in there. And then I also have a hyperechoic chamber, which is just like an extremely long, very, very loud convolution noise in there that makes even the slightest movement really loud and drawn out. And I sleep in there now.
Right.
That's my bedroom.
Do you want to know the worst part about the Jere-19 virus? Is I've only been able to send one car into space since the event.
Oh my fucking God.
It's a shame, really.
It's a tragedy.
It is.
I haven't been able to complete construction on one of my many loops.
Fuck. Anyway, I think we're getting a little distracted. I'd like to welcome you guys to My Jere-Me, and Jere-Me, an advice show for the modern Jere-Me. I'm your oldest host. Fuck! I'm your oldest Don't laugh. I'm your oldest Jere-Me.
I'm your middleest host. Ah, shit. Your middleest Jere-Me.
And I'm your sweet baby Jere-Me 30 under 30 media host. Fuck! I'm your sweet baby Jere-Me.
Well, it's been a long time since we've done this. I mean, we have been rehearsing this. We have been rehearsing this this particular intro for a while. This is, I think, our 30th run through.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get to the back half of the episode, 45, 50 minutes in, and then one of us forgets a line. We have to do the whole thing over again.
I'm pretty good at powering through it, but there's certain moments where like you have it all in your brain, and then you gotta turn to your director, and you realize your director is right now in their mansion, not here, because we went through it, but it's definitely kind of putting us off. I think that we need to cheer up with some good questions. Jere-Me, what do you think?
I agree.
That's a great idea, Jere-Me.
Our first question, Dear Jeremies, hello, I'm in desperate need of your help. I love to cook, and I do it often. However, I find that I typically use the same pan over and over. It's a really good pan, non-stick, big enough to fit 3 to 4 burgers on, etc. But I'm stuck washing that pan often, and I'm worried my other pans are getting a bit jealous. Am I wrong for preferring this one piece of cookware? Is there a better way to decide which pans to use? Will my other cookware rise up in my sleep and murder me, Toy Story style? Thanks for your help. Jere-Me in Pandemonium, with emphasis on pan.
Is that what happened in Toy Story?
They all the pans rose up and
have you seen Toy Story?
No, I haven't seen
I've only watched theory videos about it on YouTube.
Right. To understand the plot of Toy Story, we must first talk about parallel universes. I watched that video, but I haven't actually watched the film Toy Story.
We do have a question to tend to.
That's a big pan, though. 3 to 4 burgers at
A lot of
once.
burgers. Are they small burgers?
Honestly.
How small are the burgers?
That's gotta be like a big old cast iron or something.
I mean, if I had a pan where I could fit 3 to 4 burgers on one pan, I would feel pretty preferential toward that pan.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really matters on like the serving part of you're cooking for.
What if you're making like a really small meal and you don't want to get like the big pan?
Well, then you just put your plate on the stove.
Yeah, like the plastic plate. Put it on the stove and then just cook it right there.
Put it on the burner.
The paper plate.
And I mean, they're just small pans.
Here's the thing about pans. I'm tired of the middleman.
The middle pan?
The middle pan. I'm tired of it. I want to just I just want fire to food to mouth, you know?
Bring back spit roasting.
When do we get to spit on our food again?
I want to spit roast this omelet.
I'm going to use a blowtorch to heat up my sandwich, and no one can stop me.
Yeah,
I'm going to just rub my hands on my food with friction until it's fucking warm and into my stomach.
Let's just turn all food into creme brulee.
I agree with that.
Just kind of burn the top of your Pop-Tart, and there we go. Pop that in your mouth. I guess my best suggestion is just stop using that pan altogether. It'll save you time on washing dishes. Just kind of go s'more style. Find a campfire outside. Just shove a stick into your like tri-tip and just get going.
Well, then there's the problem. Now we got the big pan and the other cookware potentially rising up against them.
Oh, there is that.
But I mean, you're clearly out in the wilderness where they can't find you. So like,
definitely burn your house
better
down
for
first.
you. They're not gonna know.
I feel like if obviously joining the wilderness, joining nature, and cooking old school style, that's obviously the best solution in this scenario.
Right.
But in the case that Jere-Me and Pandemonium is really attached to some of the creature comforts of modern life, and definitely needs to keep using this pan, I just want to say, I wouldn't worry much about the other smaller pans rising up, because, I mean, they're really just worse. They're inferior cookware, clearly, because this pan can do everything they can do, and better, and more burgers at once.
More burgers.
I think the other ones are too weak to stand a chance against your big pan.
Right.
This is just the way things work in nature. Some pans are just more capable than others.
Survival of the biggest pan.
Survival of the largest pan.
Survival of the biggest.
That's what I've always said. We're sort of a social.
You've never said that before.
We're sort of a social Darwinian podcast, actually.
It's explicitly cookware social Darwinism.
Yeah, just specifically cookware stovetop cookware. You know, we're fine with
culinary. Can I ask you a Yahoo instead?
Yeah,
instead of talking about social Darwinism?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna continue with our culinary theme because y'all know that I love to eat. Jere-Me, love food.
Jere-Me.
This is a Yahoo Answers from Yahoo Answers user Nick, who asks, Nick?
Weird name.
It's a weird name.
Really
Awful
weird name.
Does not go.
I don't know who came up with it.
Bothering with Nick?
I think Nick brings up an interesting question.
I would hope so.
And obviously does absolutely nothing to answer it, because we all know Nick can't have the answers. Jeremies provide the answers here.
It's Jere-Me Day. Yeah.
Nick has a
Probably
question.
doesn't have a mansion either.
Yeah, Nick. I've never known a Nick with a mansion.
Neither. Yeah, same.
They have cages.
If you put ice cream on your eggs, is it considered a dessert?
Absolutely.
Okay, you know what, Nick? Maybe Nick does have a mansion.
Absolutely. This is a mansion man with a big brain.
Yeah,
a mansion-sized brain.
That was I called very quick judgment, and I had to apologize to you, Nick.
God, first.
Are y'all on Nick's side now? If you put
did
ice
you
cream
not
on your
hear this?
eggs, is it considered a dessert?
So, okay, so you're making deviled eggs. You take out the yellow part, you put in some salted caramel ice cream. That's pretty yellow.
Fucking
Bam.
yes.
You have
See,
well, then you've no
we
longer
got-
made deviled
we
eggs.
have-
You have made angeled eggs because it's heavenly.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You see, though, like Nick is bringing a lot to the table here. Just a matter of breaking moral ground.
So I'm trying to figure out what to eat. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm a big fan of my Jere-Me, and Jere-Me. After this episode, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to start a fire somewhere. Doesn't matter where. I'm going to find a stick. On that stick, I'm going to shove my stick through a full container of iced cream, probably Moose Tracks, and then an omelet. And I'm just going to put that bad boy over the fire and get ready for a great
Fucking
dessert.
yes. Dessert, yeah.
Have y'all ever been to like a Mexican restaurant where they have fried ice cream?
That sounds great. That sounds bomb.
I have been to, but I have not had.
I've had a few fried ice creams in my life, and I'm already writing down a recipe for fried egg ice cream, where instead of doing a tortilla, you just use like an omelet and you fry it a little crispier than normal.
That's the good
with
shit.
ice cream in it, kind of a crispy omelet ice cream situation, and I would consider that dessert.
Listen, people make like sandwiches, right? You put like cheese in there, you put like meat in there, you put like some tomato or lettuce or something in there. But you can also put ice cream between the bread and have an ice cream sandwich. Why can't you do an ice cream omelet? It's the same thing.
I like to call it the cromlet.
The cromlet. Now, why do you call it that?
You know, cream and omelet mixed together. Pretty simple, but like,
cromlet,
you know,
huh?
masterpiece doesn't have to be complicated.
You're right.
We, 3 Jeremies, present to you the cromlet.
We will be selling those.
Hold on, so I didn't say that
mass-produced.
sultry enough. The cromlet.
Oh,
That's music
Oh,
to my
Jere-Me.
ears. The cromlet.
you know exactly what to say to light my fire.
Now we can start making cromlets over the fire.
Fuck yeah.
Can I get another question?
Let's get another question. Jeremy?
Do you want me to do it this time?
I did say your name.
You did say my name. Well, I mean, we've got a couple of just kind of quick rapid fire questions from Jere-Me the Loofah that I think are relevant to this conversation.
I like that, Jeremy.
These two right here, I will just kind of rapid fire go over them. The first one is dear Jere-Me, rank all types of nuts, please.
Well, number 1, D's.
That's
Number
a good
1, D's.
I think number 2 can be Shaq.
Oh, yes. You know, that's a close tie, actually, I think, between, fuck, I don't know which one would be number 1.
D's
they're
is
really
obviously number 1 for me.
Okay.
Shaq is number 2. I would put
where'd you put
macadamia
Wall?
up there.
I agree.
Listen.
Walnut's pretty good.
I do like a classic pea as well.
No,
You don't like a pea?
No piss jokes, Jeremy.
no, that's immature.
No pissing jokes. Yeah, come on. We're Jeremy's here.
I'm a big fan of almonds.
Not James. We're Jeremy's.
No, you're right.
Come on, Jere-Me.
What are we missing? We got pistachio, Brazil, chew, or cashew. I don't know why I said chew.
Chew nuts.
Number 1 for me is gonna be a chew nut.
Those nuts you chew on?
Is corn a nut?
No. Corn and nuts.
I think it is.
Wait, corn nuts do exist.
Corn nuts do exist. I stand corrected.
Well,
What about
okay,
chest?
tell me, because you're the Jeremy most
The corn expert.
fluent in agriculture. What is corn?
It's a grain, Jere-Me. Corn is a grain.
I don't think it is.
You make bread out of
I think
it,
it's a nut.
Jere-Me.
I think it's conglomerate nut.
Did you make nut bread?
It doesn't have a shell, Jeremy.
Yeah, you can make bread with nuts, so
No,
like
you can't.
is the ears not a nut? I mean not a shell?
No, it's not.
I think it
no,
is.
it's not.
No, it's
Look
a
at
husk.
If you look at it from distance, it kind of looks like a
No, it doesn't.
like a
No.
pistachio.
No,
like
it
how
doesn't.
The nut
No.
kind of like pops out from the shell a little bit.
Dear Jeremy, what is the best sandwich?
No, I'm not done.
Please.
I think corn is a nut.
You're wrong. How do
I'm not.
How do I explain this to you in a way that will get it through your thick
Listen,
Jeremy
put a picture
skull?
of a pistachio next to a corn.
I'm looking at a
They're
pistachio.
almost identical.
Okay. And now I'm looking at a corn. One of these things is a grain. The other one is a nut.
Pistachios are a grain?
News to me.
Hey, Jeremy.
What's up?
Not you. Hey, Jeremy.
What's up, Jeremy?
What do you think the best sandwich is?
Fish.
Didn't ask.
Cromlet? No, that doesn't count. I mean,
It
I
does.
do like the ice cream sandwich. But I honestly, I think that one of my favorite sandwiches is just a classic cheese dipped in like tomato sauce or not tomato, tomatoes basil soup or something. You know.
Cheese dipped in tomato sauce. I'm not sure I'm willing to let that one just slide away.
Cheese dipped in ketchup. No, a cheese sandwich dipped in tomato basil soup is what I was trying
One
to say.
Kraft
I mean,
with
why
my
not just the
single.
cheese? Why not just the cheese?
Kraft single and some Heinz ketchup.
I mean, listen, as
That's
long
a
as the
sandwich,
ketchup's...
baby.
Yeah, if the ketchup's on both sides of the cheese, that's a sandwich.
I need a Yahoo. We can't.
Like, no. Like a good example I was using just before was fish. It's surrounded by water. The water's the bread, and the fish is the meat.
Okay.
Yeah?
I want you to picture something. Okay.
Yeah?
What you're trying to suggest is comparable to putting a Roma tomato in the middle of a loaf of bread. A school of Romas just roaming around in that bread, and that's what you're saying is a sandwich.
I mean, could be, yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
Aren't our skeletons not just meat sandwiches?
Hey, bone sandwiches.
Or bone yeah, sorry, it's the content.
Can I get
bone
a
sandwiches.
bone sandwich and a cromlet, please?
I just want a boneless sandwich. Is that too much to ask?
You're in luck, because most sandwiches are boneless. Unless you're in the ocean.
Can I give you a Yahoo, please? Please, God, can I give you a Yahoo? Please, I'm on my hands and knees begging. Please, please, can I give you a Yahoo?
You may.
This Yahoo answer question comes in from Yahoo Answers user Anonymous. So, I'll call them Jeremy. Jeremy asks, can I sell my soul to change eye color? Wouldn't demons make my wish come true if I offer them my soul? I have brown eyes and want green eyes. This is a serious question. I know people can sell their soul for many things, aka fame or fortune. I just want colored eyes because my brown ones are ugly and no one compliments them. I will sell my soul for an eye color change. Would this work? Could the demons give me green eyes? Would they somehow manage to trick me in the process? I know of the consequences, but I'm willing to pay.
Joke's on you. They're blue now.
Yeah. I like brown eyes.
Frank. I think brown eyes are great just the way that they are. But can you sell, if let's say you're just not feeling them, can you sell your soul to a demon to get different colored eyes?
I mean, I haven't touched that grounds yet.
I would like to make sure we all have our cards on the table. What are your eye colors, Jeremy?
Mine's like a slate green.
Mine is like a blue-gray.
Okay, well, I actually have...
That's just normal slate.
I have brown eyes, and so I
eyes.
100% empathize with Jere-Me asking if they could sell their soul to change eye color, because brown eyes are awful and no one compliments them. So I think demons could give you green eyes. You need to be careful because, listen, this one goes out to all the brown-eyed Jeremies out there. Listen, we've all been there. We have all contacted a demon at one point in our lives to ask for a change of eye color. I get it. I do. But you need to be very specific. You need to be very specific when you're dealing with demons. When I sold my soul for really cool blood red eyes, I made it very clear to the demon that I thought it would be so cool if my eyes were like blood red. And I thought that maybe because this was a demon, that they would also think blood red eyes would be so cool. And the problem is, I just asked, can you give me really cool blood red eyes? And nothing happened to my actual, ocular orbs set within my skull. But every time I try to write something down and I say, spell the word spin, I pick up a black pen and I write S-P-I-N, and I look at what I've written and the eye is red like blood. So you need to really be specific.
It does look cool looking, though. I've seen it.
It is pretty cool. Like, I got that going for me. It's pretty cool.
That's why
It's
if you
like
want to be like, get like an eye color for your EYES, either write it down in a contract. That'll really help, seeing the words there, or ask for something more specific, like, for example, the Sharingan eyes, because there's only one Sharingan eye, and it's the one from Naruto.
Well, you could say that, but it might just turn lowercase eyes where they dot it with a Sharingan.
Let me...
I think you should refer to them by their scientific name, ocular orifices.
Let me just... Okay, I wrote did, and yeah, the dot is a Sharingan. I was tricked.
Did you just contact a demon now?
I did it a while ago, and I never bothered to use it because I was just so convinced that I had done it so well that I had the Sharingan eyes. But
you just haven't looked in the mirror?
Well, you have to activate them.
I thought you said they were slate. Well, I guess they can be Sharingan and still be slate blue.
They're cool blood red with some because like Jere-Me said, I do love the cool blood red. Yeah, I use a lot of the computers nowadays. I haven't really done a lot of writing, but I did. Yeah, no. My dots are just a Mangekyo Sharingan little symbol there now, and it's a real bummer.
Shit.
I haven't watched Naruto in a long time. I don't know what the Sharingan do anymore, but I wanted to do whatever it does to people and stuff. It's gonna be real.
I think that's pretty valid.
Really cool. It's like copy their ninjutsu. Yeah, I was gonna do that. Yeah, I guess just be careful, like what Jere-Me said. All right, here's a big one. This one comes from Jere-Me the Bold, which I'm reading their name out first because I am also bold this time, Jeremies. So they say, Jere-Me, something's been itching my thoughts lately. We all have fears that we conquer, grow away from. New ones develop and take their place. In Batman's case, I'm sure he actually conquered his fear of bats a long time ago. So now I'm wondering, what would be another fear he would develop as an adult that he would take on as his identity? Maybe high taxes or arthritis? And like that I mentioned before, that's from Jere-Me the Bold. What's Batman afraid of now? And what's his new sort of moniker that comes from that new fear?
I mean, arthritis is pretty scary.
That's pretty scary. I mean, like memory loss or something?
Especially if... Arthritis isn't memory loss.
No, I'm just, I'm suggesting other things.
Dementia also among the things that almost called him Spider-Man. Batman. What if Batman was afraid of spiders?
Maybe later on in life.
I think it could work.
Or maybe let's like roller coasters, man, because he's afraid of like how fast they go now.
Oh, like when you get older, you can't handle some of the spinny rides that you used to be able to do as a kid. Remember going on one of those zero gravity things where it spins and you stick to the walls, and there was a point where I hadn't been on one of those for like 3 years, and I think I was like 18, 19. I tried to do one of those again. I did like 3 times in a row and just fucking chucked all over the pavement.
Chuck? Who? You Jere-Me, obviously.
You're really reaching here, bud. You want to fucking give that a second try?
No,
I
just want to forget about it.
You want to edit that out in post, maybe? Do you want to...
I'm going to leave it in. I'm going to leave the silence in, too. So I think that Batman has a lot of... He definitely deals with scary clowns a lot, so maybe because of the jokester, so he could just be he could just be Clown Man, maybe.
I want to get at something that's even a little more core to Batman's being.
Guillotine
because
Man?
I mean, Batman definitely no longer afraid of bats. Definitely. And Batman has had a lot of, fun and comical villains to fight against, of villains of the super variety.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing has remained constant through all of this. Batman really afraid of guns.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like, he doesn't have superpowers. Like, what if he just gets shot? I'm sure that would be pretty scary for him.
Bullet wound man.
I agree. What if all the superheroes are just Batman getting through different
each
different fears?
Different superhero. Spider-Man was Batman's bout with arachnophobia. The Green Lantern was Batman's bout where he was a moth for a short bit and he was afraid of lanterns. Martian Manhunter was... We're not going to even go there. Aquaman was when Batman was afraid of the ocean for a bit. Superman was when Batman was afraid of, superlatives. Is that the right word for it?
Fuck.
Captain Marvel was when he was afraid of when things are cool and good, and he went to the Sistine Chapel and cried and came back Captain Marvel.
Deadpool was when Batman was afraid of dying.
And the
in pools.
It dying in a pool like Jeremy Gatsby.
What are some other superheroes? Iron Man was when Batman went to the medieval times fair and saw a bunch of ironworks and got real scared.
There's also Ant-Man.
Oh, God. Yeah, ants are pretty scary, honestly.
Ants are scary.
I'm gonna give him that one.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we've hit where we need to with this. How about another question?
Static Shock was when Batman's butler Alfred was rubbing his socks against the carpet and then poked him, and then he got afraid of electricity for a second.
It was like a 3-day thing.
It was just a minute.
Fuck.
Anyway, yeah, so Batman's got a lot of shit to work out.
Batman's kind of, can I say, kind of a scaredy cat.
A little bit. He's working on it though.
Don't even get me started on Catman.
Don't even get Catman. Ooh.
Is Catman a thing?
Catwoman.
You don't want to know.
We'll get there. That's his next arc.
Okay. Okay.
I have another Yahoo if you'd like one.
Oh, I would love it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This one comes from Yahoo Answers user Anonymous. I think I will call them Jere-Me. So Jere-Me asks, could I sell my soul to change my eye color? I want green eyes, and I have brown eyes. Could I sell my soul to change my eye color? I can't wear contacts, and I just want natural green eyes. They're beautiful, and with brown eyes, no one cares about me. Yeah, it's sad, but I would do anything to get colored eyes. I heard that you can sell your soul for anything, I heard you can sell your soul for anything and it would come true, but I don't know if it works for eye color.
Yeah, when you look at the at the big text that says things you can sell your soul for. It's a big old book. You can buy it at hell. And it says things you can
This bit makes me want to
it
vomit.
says things you can sell your soul for, and you turn it and it's one page that just says anything in a big impact font with a little asterisk, and then you go to the footnotes and it says except for eye color.
Oh, I guess that answers
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you really can't. I mean, I've tried. Unfortunately, I am, cards on the table. I am one of these Jeremies with brown eyes. Shouts out to all my brown-eyed Jeremies out there. I've tried to sell my soul to change my eye color, and I summoned the demon and everything, and I was like, hey, listen, I have these brown eyes, and no one cares about me. And it's sad, but I heard you can sell your soul and get a wish and it would come true. So please change my eye color. And the demon was like, "Oh, you poor stupid little Jere-Me. I cannot change eye colors. It's in the rules." And I was like, "What? Excuse me?
What?
I don't remember the demon that I summoned being quite that crispy."
Jere-Me just ate the demon. Problem solved.
Well, that's why I
That's
couldn't
the end
get
of
it
the story.
changed, huh?
Hey, so how about Jerbotron?
You want to go to the Jeremy zone? Is that it?
I
I can't hear you. I think we've got some sort of interference.
Try eating another chip.
Okay. Hold on. Shit, I only got one more.
I'm going through a tunnel.
This one, it actually comes from Jere-Me, it looks like, and it's for Jere-Me, and it just says Jere-Me about 15 times. Well, I'm sure
yeah.
Jere-Me
You know,
appreciates I'm sure Jere-Me appreciates
Today's the day
the
to be
message.
excited.
It's a
It's
classic
Jere-Me Day.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
That really
it's
is
Jere-Me
just
Day.
classic
It's Jere-Me.
Jere-Me.
Like, we're all excited.
I'm
We usually get at least, like, I don't know what, like, a few hundred of these every year.
Yeah, this is one of the many that I have in the inbox.
Yeah,
We
but
have-
the difference here, it's from Jere-Me.
yeah.
So, like, we'll go ahead and pass that one up, bud.
I got this one is from Nick, and it just says Nick, and then it says Jere-Me for the rest of it. I guess
That one's kind of weird. I didn't understand it.
Yes.
Me neither.
Bunch of Zoomers in here.
We got another one from a Jere-Me to Jere-Me
Ooh.
saying, wash your fucking hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wash your fucking hands, Jeremy.
Don't touch your face.
It's dangerous times, man.
Quit touching
Wash
your
your
face,
fucking
Jeremy.
hands.
Listen, I know what's gonna help us in these trying times. Imagine all the people
Living Jeremy.
Jerry, you and Jere-Me, and also Jere-Me.
Fuck.
Do you feel better? Did we
I feel a
stop
bit
it?
better, yeah.
Did we
I
stop the
don't.
virus? Do you have any other Jerobotrons at all?
I don't know any worth saying.
I do have one. Well, it's a sponsor actually. Not really a Jerobotron. So today's sponsor, as has been the tradition for the past 4 years, is Luminous Studios, the podcast network. You can find other cool shows on there, like my Jere-Me, and Jere-Me, the Curtain Jere, the best Jere-Me ever, Browse Your Jere-Me, all sorts of really great shows on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good network. A lot of fun podcasts. It's where we're hosted actually. So if you want to look up the previous 3 episodes of my Jere-Me, and Jere-Me, you can go there and check them out. That's Luminous Studios. That's Jere-Me.
That's Jere-Me.
Thank you, Jere-Me.
You were supposed to say "and Jere-Me."
Oh, that's that's on Jere-Me.
You made up for it. It's forgiven.
So this next one comes from Jere-Me.
Ooh.
It says, "Dear Jeremies, I'm looking to become a vibe curator, only bringing with me the best vibes wherever I go. However, the vibes the universe has been serving me lately have been chaotic and unhinged, and I am a chaotic and unhinged person. How do good vibes? Thanks. Vibe check in vibe heck." From Jere-Me.
Vibes I think are really kind of a matter of perspective. Like, one Jeremy's vibe trash might be another Jeremy's vibe treasure.
It's excellent.
You just need to
advice.
find the vibe that's right for you.
Find the vibe that vibes.
So maybe
with
those
you.
chaotic vibes are for you, or maybe you're a little tired of being chaotic and you need some gentler vibes to gentle you down a little bit.
Have you tried strictly obeying the law?
Have any of us?
No.
Yeah, no. The
I'm
laws
sorry,
really
some
don't
vibes
vibe.
are just bad.
No, you're right.
Or
It's
yeah,
not a
no,
vibe.
some things just don't vibe.
Well, I was just thinking like, chaotic and then lawful, like a D&D thing or something, but that's maybe a bit too
Well, there's like personal
reductive.
code, but like if
Right,
we're talking
right.
about like
vibes.
cops,
Right. So
ASAB.
you want to curate a good vibe. You want to have a little vibe museum in your head. What do you do? How do you get the good vibes?
I don't want any bad vibes.
I'm tired of the bad vibes.
Sometimes you just gotta clap your cheeks, and that gives you some good vibes.
Those are some great vibes. Those are some great advice.
That's usually pretty universally accepted good vibe.
That is what I do.
That's a pretty good vibe. I like to find good vibes in music. If you think about it, music is actually a lot of very fast vibes that your ear then decodes into
one big vibe.
into sonic information. I learned about that from a very
Hedgehog.
good group of friend of mine's, the Beach Jeremies. They talk a lot about how to pick up good vibes.
Yeah, you give the Beach Jeremies the excitations, and then they create some good vibrations.
I love the Beach Jeremies vibrations. They're so good.
They vibrate, they jiggle a lot in a good way. I like to go to Jeremy's mansion and go to that big sound room and just clap my cheeks a lot. But you can also check out the Beach Jeremies too. Just this deep echoing clap.
Fuck.
Sometimes I do go in my hyperechoic chamber just to clap my own cheeks and really soak in the vibe.
Have you tried that? Have you tried being rich, actually?
Being rich is a vibe. Now, the poor kids, they will tell you that being rich is not a vibe. But I can say, as someone who has been rich and someone who has been extremely rich, being rich is a vibe.
I agree.
Have you tried just having more money? Here's the thing. If you don't...
Have you tried getting a real job?
Oh my god, we can't just turn this podcast into old
Yeah,
conservative people.
How about a
talking
Yahoo
about how millennials
instead?
are bad.
Fuck, you're right.
How about a Yahoo instead?
Oh,
Let's do Yahoo instead.
yar.
Oh, Jere-Me, what's happening?
Oh, riddle me timbers.
Oh no!
I'm Jerry the Pirate, and we've got a riddle for you.
Not this again.
I googled bad riddles 2 minutes before we recorded.
Why did you Google bad riddles?
And here's the riddle I got.
Tell me your riddle, mate.
How do you get holy water?
You gotta keep
How,
up
Jere-Me?
the pirate voice. I'm not gonna play along.
How do you get holy water?
Oh, Pirate Jer, there you are. I was wondering where you went.
You boil the hell out of it.
Great one, Pirate Jer.
Thank you.
That's a peg slapper you got there. And now I'm going to walk the plank, as I do every year. Good boy.
Sploosh. Anyway, that was Riddle Me Timbers for this year. Tune in next year for a different riddle.
Yeah. We love having Pirate Jer on the show every year. It's always a treat.
It's always a real splash.
It really is.
Would you still like a Yahoo?
I would.
I would like a you.
A what?
You know.
Excuse me?
Would you like a Yahoo?
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like a Yahoo? That was. I thought I could do something and it
we
didn't
can't
work.
spend 10 minutes doing this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're going right in. No, I started it. I apologize.
And now you're gonna finish it.
How do you feel about using the Mick prefix for first names? McCaitlin? McLisa? McSean? McMichael? Thoughts?
All of them garbage.
I mean, there's McJeremy. That's pretty good.
McJeremy is a really
right,
good
but
one.
The thing is, it feels uncomfortable not having that big J at the very beginning.
Right. Jeremy Mc... I just thought of a
What does
bad
Mick
one.
even mean?
So, okay,
McDonald's?
ignoring, like, the name Michael,
McMichael?
So imagine the name Cole, but with this.
McCole.
Mickle.
Mickle.
I don't like that one that much.
I was going to say it sounds like Nicole, just with an M.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go with Mickle.
Mickle.
I think that's fine.
I like Mickle.
I like it.
Should we revolutionize names?
I really like McMichael.
I think we can drop the mix and start. I mean, I feel like it's only natural that we replace it with Jer as a prefix.
That's pretty good.
Jeremichael.
I was considering maybe trying
Jerkle?
some of the
Jerkle.
Jerkle.
Steve Jerkle.
Yeah. I was thinking of trying some other famous prefixes and suffixes for names like Jeremyson, Jeremy, something like that, like O'Leary, Richardson or something,
Jeremy Mocker.
Jeremy Mocker.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. That's just another good one inherently.
Remy.
Yeah, let's just mix and match names. I think that's honestly I just do that for fun sometimes. Like I have a D&D character whose name is a combination of Jared and Philip, and their name is just Jerep.
I think that there are too many names in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We need to simplify.
Just one.
We need to consolidate some names. I think no more new names. We should just take the existing names we have. We have a lot of perfectly good names.
And prefix them.
Just jumble them up.
Oh, this is even better.
It's kind of a Mad Libs of names. Or a word scramble of names.
This is just the Kingdom Hearts of names.
Just put an X in there somewhere and change the words around.
No, we put a Jer in there somewhere and change the words around.
Roxas to Rogeris.
Yes.
Rogers?
Rogeris.
Roger.
Rogeris.
Roger is a great way to pronounce the name Roger. Just in general.
Well, if it isn't Roger.
Speaking of pronunciations, I do actually have a question about this.
Yeah.
It just says, Dear Jeremy, is it GIF or GIF? I think it's GIF.
Jeremy.
Could be Jerf.
Like,
Jerf.
I know in some cultures typically speak, like, I can't pinpoint any, but I know in some, like, the J can be kind of pronounced with, like, a Y sound. So I think it's only natural that we go with the what's the word I'm looking for when you when we all come to a understanding and agreement.
You just want YIF?
YIF.
No, I need help figuring out this word that I'm having a huge brain shard over.
A conclusion.
Not conclusion,
agreement.
no.
Oh no.
I think it starts with a C. God, wow.
Come.
Come.
Yes.
I do have an answer to this question, though, which is correct. And every other answer that anyone else has ever given is wrong. It's actually pronounced jife.
Jive.
With
I
like a
that.
ZH.
A compromise, that was the word.
Oh, okay.
Compromise. Yeah, jife is the perfect compromise.
Is it? I don't think G is ever pronounced like that.
But it
So
can be.
I mean, then again, I guess
can
G is
be.
never really pronounced with a Y sound, at least to my knowledge.
It's certainly never pronounced with like a hard g or a soft j. That's just not what G is for. G is for j, as in jife.
Jive, my brothers.
Jife.
Jive.
Jife.
You're
Let
right.
us die here tonight, jifing the night away.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm right. The debate is over. Jeremy has solved your problem yet again.
I agree.
You're welcome.
Dear Jeremy, how do I find my inner Jeremy?
You haven't found it yet?
Everyone,
Bro, you haven't-
Everyone has, everyone has their
This
own.
is instinctual.
Bro, you're Jeremy.
It's
Just
You're
like-
already there.
Look inside. It's not this hard, man.
It's not that hard. Come on.
Well, everyone takes time. Everyone has their own pace they go.
No.
No,
No.
no.
Remember, you had this problem too. And how did we fix it? We put you in the hole.
Just, you haven't spent enough time in the Jeremy hole, clearly.
Yeah.
And that's not
Right.
our fault.
Where we're all born from, but like, I guess
Born a
listen.
Jer, come
Some
from
people
the
need to be in there a little
hole,
longer, and they turn out
goes
fine.
to
Just
sleep,
see Jeremy here.
wakes up a Jeremy. You know what the fuck is that about?
About what the fuck is that about?
Goes born a Jer, goes in the hole,
Oh,
goes to sleep,
goes to sleep.
wakes up a Jeremy.
Wakes up a Jeremy. Oh, what
the
fuck is that about?
What the
What
fuck
the fuck
is that about?
Born a Jer,
Born a Jer,
goes to the hole,
Goes to sleep.
The
goes
hole.
to
Fuck.
sleep,
Sleep.
wakes up a Jeremy.
Wakes up a Jeremy. What
the
the fuck is that about?
What the fuck is
that about?
Born
Born a Jer,
goes to
in
the
the
hole, goes to sleep, wakes up a Jeremy.
Oh, what the fuck is that about?
What the fuck
What the fuck
is
is
that
that
about?
about?
I have a Yahoo
Okay.
to get us out of this loop.
Let's get please.
I don't know what just happened.
Something primal, I'm sure.
Deep.
How do I know if the rain will pour on my house? It rained, and it came down on my trampoline, which was real good. I took out the trash and saw the clouds coming towards me. I yelled to my neighbor, and she said she would certainly come over for cheese and talk about the clouds. She said the clouds were mad at God, so I kicked her out of my house. But maybe she was just crazy. It happened on Tuesday, and the babies cried and the dogs screamed.
That was a beautiful short story.
Is this fucking Night Vale?
How do I know if the rain will pour on my house? No, this is a serious question.
The babies cried, the dog screamed.
Is this
It happened on Tuesday.
It went on my trampoline, which was good.
was this quoted from Night Vale? I mean, this is a genuine question.
No, this is a Yahoo Answers question. It comes from Yahoo Answers user Allison V.
I don't trust anyone by the name of fucking Allison.
I think that there's really no way to tell.
Do you think that the clouds are mad at God?
Was God being a dick in your house? Because that'll certainly fucking do it.
I'm
I'm afraid.
I think that we don't. There's no way to know when the rain comes. There's like if it gets on your roof, because we don't. Like, I guess you could look at it, but I don't like. It's very high up, so it'd be hard to see up there. You can't. It's hard to peek up there. So I just like to assume my roof is always wet, and I just don't go up there.
That's a good way of going about it, I think, is just assuming that the roof is always wet.
When in doubt.
When in doubt, the roof is wet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we hire people to take care of that, though.
I think if you just assume that your roof is always wet, then you can always just plan to play it safe from there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of plan around it being wet. Anyway, yeah, when in doubt, the roof is wet.
When in doubt, the roof is wet.
When in doubt, the roof is wet.
Oh, we got 2 questions that are they're related.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll hit them both at the same time.
Okay.
First one we have is by these are actually both by anonymous. We get a lot of anonymous, so I'm just gonna assume they're all the same Jeremy. The first one is, Dear Jere-Me, what do you recommend to occupy our time during quarantine? The second question, Jeremies, who is the first person you're going to smooch on the mouth after quarantine is over?
I could answer these questions just about myself personally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can recommend them exactly, but I've been spending my time in quarantine fantasizing about smooching a certain person as soon as quarantine is over.
Mm-hmm.
I just spend all my time thinking about how when the quarantine is over, I am going to put my lips against the lips of my beloved Jere-Me and smooch Jere-Me.
Personally, I feel like this goes for all 3 of us. Obviously, Jere-Me has, other thoughts on the side during this, but we did mention earlier how we had to rehearse and re-record this so many, this. What take is this?
I believe 31.
31. That's been most of my quarantine time.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That is true. We did start this back in January, the recording session, but we did some rehearsing before that even too.
Mm-hmm. We actually had some full episodes done, but we decided that they didn't quite make the cut.
They didn't meet our standards, no.
Mm-mm.
I am gonna wrap this into referencing we were given a couple of game FAQ questions as well as Yahoo Answers questions to discuss.
Really,
and,
the gamers Yahoo Answers.
And I just feel like this one's relevant. During the quarantine, what you can do and what this person from Game FAQs is doing is that they said, I cry at night because I love Chiaki no Nanami from Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. And so if you're feeling so inclined, what you could do is cry at night because you love Chiaki no Nanami. Is that how you pronounce her name?
I don't know. I have not played the games.
That'll definitely get your nights out of the way. Is you can think of a character whom you love dearly, and you can just sort of weep. As far as day, we have spent most of our time doing a podcast, so you could just do an advice podcast dedicated to a niche audience like Jeremies. For example.
I wouldn't say that's niche.
You're right. No, it is wide.
You need to do a niche audience. We have the biggest majority audience, which is Jere-Me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You could do all the McJeremies, for example. You could do a podcast for the McJeremies.
Yeah, you could make it. And hey, we know that you're all big fans of our show, so listen, we won't mind. In fact, we'd be flattered if you want to call your show McJere-Me, and Jere-Me.
Jere-Me.
You could also do a podcast a lot of people are doing baking, I've heard. The Instagram feeds are going crazy. People just making the wildest things with their little ovens. So you could perhaps make a cromlet or two. You could make a podcast about it while you're at it. Just kind of double down on your social media presence. Get that going. You've wanted to start that podcast for a while, and now's the best time to. about cromlets.
Start your baking cromlet podcast today.
There's just a lot you could do, is what what I would do is cry.
Consider all the sandwiches that can be made right now. There's infinite possibilities.
You could just go to the ocean. That's a sandwich right there.
I mean, that's the easiest one, but like we gotta consider indoors, you know?
Right, just make some corn.
Yeah, we need some indoor sandwiches.
That's impossible. How are you gonna
It's
put
not.
a sandwich inside? What the fuck?
If I have a door on both sides of my house, am I in a
What am I
sandwich?
but a sandwich? What am I but a condiment?
Well, it's all. There's a lot of ratio involved. Like the doors need to be bigger or equal to the contents.
If I am directly equidistant between the two doors of my house, my front door and back door, am I not but the meat of a sandwich?
Is making contact.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic, which is when Batman was afraid.
Batman was afraid of Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah. So Mr. Fantastic, Batman's Stretch Armstrong face is in his house, stretching his arms all the way to his front and back door, his door to the yard and his door to the porch. Is he a sandwich? And that can be your podcast. You can think about that during the quarantine.
I don't think that's a sandwich.
Great.
Cool.
I don't know. Animal Crossing just came out. Fucking, what do you want? You can play that.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah. Who cares?
I think it goes without saying I'm definitely going to smooch Jere-Me when this is all over. First thing.
Yeah, same.
I gotta say, the weirdest part is just sort of not... It's weird being in, like, different places, you know? It's so weird.
It really is weird.
I hate it. I wish I could see my Jeremies again.
I miss my Jere-Me.
Me too. I miss my Jere-Me ink crocodile.
God, I have to go check on him immediately. I just remember that.
Well, why don't we wrap this up real quick?
Okay, yeah.
So before we leave, we'd like to thank Luminous Studios for having us, and we'd like you to check out some of the other shows, like Browse Your History, The Best Thing Ever, The Curtain Cast. And you can find these by searching up Luminous Studios on SoundCloud or looking them up individually on your podcast app of choice.
Don't forget, we need to thank Jere-Me and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song, It's 3 Jeremies, off the album Putting the Jares to Bed.
I also want to mention that we have some fun merch for you guys at bit.ly/luminous merch or tpublic.com/castquestcast if you want some cool merch for your bod. You can get some like stickers for your laptop or your water bottle or something if you want.
Slap it on your ass.
Slap it on your ass.
Slap it
clap
on your
your
ass,
cheeks
get
in
some
the
good
room.
vibes.
Yeah, get those good vibes.
All right, is everyone prepared? I'm about to let this final Yahoo out of
ready.
its cage.
I'm ready.
All right, are you ready? Does anyone else miss being a gamer?
Absolutely not.
I wanted the egg one.
No.
I want the egg Yahoo.
No.
What's the egg?
Give it to me.
What's the egg one?
Could you kill someone with a chocolate egg?
Yes.
You could kill a dog with it. Oh my god. We have to cut that out.
Allergies. Suffocation.
We're not supposed to answer the final Yahoo, Jere-Me.
We're not?
No, we're supposed to have a laugh. All right,
We've done
fine.
so many
No,
takes of this.
Fine. No, fine. I'll just bring up a new final Yahoo.
All right.
Okay? Are we good?
Let's do it. Three finals.
Why is there no SpaghettiOs?
Don't forget to thank Jere-Me and the Long Wint.
Come on.
This has been my Jere-Me, and Jere-Me. Blow your Jere-Me where the dick is.
New craze. Hey, Jere-Me, do you wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna. Just say, hey, I wanna. Hey, Jere-Me, do you wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna. Just say, hey, I wanna.
The trailer you are hearing now is for a real podcast, verified by living witnesses and based on indisputable data. For hundreds of years, unexplained phenomena and mysterious objects have been seen in the skies. Reports of strange experiences range from unidentified lights in the night sky to alleged communication with extraterrestrial beings. While some reports can be dismissed as earthly, many of them continue to baffle science and defy logical explanation. The Unidentified Flying Podcast is a dive into decades of case files and top-secret reports from hundreds of UFO sightings and other unexplainable events. We'll be landing February 4th on Luminous Studios, and until then, keep looking up.